Hey everybody, welcome to another Rise Minute. I'm Paul Fitz and this is Eleanor Helms. Eleanor, thanks for being here today. Hey, good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's been great working with you so far, by the way.
I've enjoyed it too.
And I've been glad to get to know you.
Absolutely.
Eleanor, I want to jump right into some questions first of all, because everybody got to meet you the other day on the other podcast. But I want to know, in your opinion, what do you think the most important thing that people should know going to vote for Wake GOP leadership on Tuesday? What's the most important thing in your mind?
Well, I think there is an important distinction between the two slates. I think that the first thing to know is the structure of GOP leadership. There are two different committees and boards that make up GOP leadership. There's the executive committee, which is comprised of the officers, the chairs, the vice chairs of the regions, presidents of the clubs, a few other people. It's roughly a 50-person committee. And then there's another group called the executive board, and that's a much smaller group. That's made up of the officers, and that's the chair, first, second, third vice chair, the treasurer, assistant treasurer, secretary, and assistant secretary. So that's 8-person board. Now, the rules stipulate that decisions can be made by the executive board, but once those decisions are made, they're to go to the full 50-member executive committee for approval.
Caucus vote on.
Exactly. Now, unfortunately, that has not been followed consistently, at least in the 2 years that I've been observing and been involved as a precinct chair and attending executive committee meetings. It's important to note that 4 of the 8 executive board members currently serving are on the Unite slate, okay? Compared to the Rise team, we have 2 representatives from the executive committee, but no members from the executive board. So we have a different approach. And I think that for voters, they're going to be making a decision essentially, at least the way I frame it is, if you want to extend the current leadership approach, then you would support the slate team. However, if you want to support a more transparent approach, a ground-up approach, you would support the Rise team.
So you're basically saying that if you're voting for the Unite team, that there would be a continuity, so to speak, with the current Wake GOP, and we've realized that the current Wake GOP hasn't filled a lot of candidates right now running across the county, and they've also missed opportunities in the past to put candidates even in our biggest city, the city of Raleigh. So you think that there's a few failures on that last committee or board that you think doing a grassroots or ground up approach would be better suited for the Republicans in Wake County?
Well, absolutely. We need to have a voice that's broad and broadly supported, not characterized by just a few individuals.
Okay. Eleanor, we have just a couple seconds left. Is there anything else that you want to add going into Tuesday night?
Well, I wanted to point out some of the activities that we had in the North region with the Meet the Candidates event. And we had a situation where we got some voter feedback. There was some confusion about how individuals who are candidates that are presented to the public in a large setting might appeal to voters, and they get excited and want to support them, and then they find out, hey, this candidate is not somebody in my district, I can't vote for them. So what we did in the North region is we developed an event where we invited the candidates, only the candidates who are on our voters' ballots, and we brought them together to interact with the voters, and it was really a win-win. We had about 100 voters show up and about 20 candidates, and even some of the candidates brought yard signs and were able to distribute the yard signs after the event and actually recruit voters. So it was a win-win for the voters and the candidates.
And you feel like a process like that could be duplicated to other regions throughout the county?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you being a leader. Thank you for being here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another Rise Minute. I'm Paul Fitz, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you.